Children, good morning, all of you. In part B, Politics in India since Independence, Chapter 9, Indian politics, trends, and development is going on, and so far we have studied up to the developments, what occurred in the politics in India after 1990s. So far we have studied about the politics in India or those developments. Basically, there were 5 developments, and what we have covered in the last class, what was conducted through the Zoom meeting. The first development that this era or this period has seen is the development, what is most crucial, most important, the defeat of the Congress party in the elections what were held in 1989. The party, the major party, the party what has its dominion over the politics over the country since independence, that loses the elections, and that is a very big political event. The party was the party that had won as many as 415 seats in the Lok Sabha elections in 1984, that reduced to only 197 seats. The Congress improved its performance and came back to power soon after the mid-term elections held in 1991. But the elections of 1989 marked the end of the political marked the end of the Congress system. Those elections cleared that now the party dominance or that particular party was over. The second development, what was related to this era, was the rise of the Mandal issue. At the time, the political parties, the political leaders, or whosoever was the political agent started raising the Mandal issues. What is Mandalization? The report or the recommendations made by the Mandal Committee or the Mandal Commission. The party, especially the Janata Dal, raised this issue and used it as the manifestation, election manifesto. It promised the people that if it comes in power, it will implement the Mandal Commission's recommendations. And it did, what led to very violent conditions in our country. Anti-Mandal protest and marches, movements, demonstrations were very common at that time throughout the country. The dispute between the supporters and the opponents of the Mandalization or Mandal Commission's report, what was related with the OBC's reservation, raised very much, and it played an important role in shaping the politics since 1990s. The third development, what was related with the economic policies, what were followed by the various governments, took a radically different turn, and this was known as the initiation of the structural adjustment structural adjustment program or the new economic reforms. What was started by Rajiv Gandhi, these changes first became very visible in 1991 and radically changed the directions that the Indian economy had pursued it since independence. The fourth development was a number of events culminated the demolition of the disputed structure of the Babri Masjid at Ayodhya. In December 1992, this event abolished and triggered various changes in the politics of our country. The next development, what was the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi in May 1991, led to a change in the leadership of the Congress party. He was assassinated by the Sri Lankan Tamil group Litte, and when he was assassinated in 1991, the next prime minister was chosen, who was the party leader Narasimha Rao. He became the prime minister after the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. And now we are to start the new topic, that is the era of coalition. This was the time when the parties collaborated because no party could be winning with majority. Party made alliances among themselves and decided to make the government. Elections in 1989 led to the defeat of the Congress party but did not result in a majority for any other party. Though Congress lost that election, but not lost that election, that could not secure the majority seats in that election. And it doesn't mean that there was any other party what would be having majority. No other party could be securing the majority seats. Though the elections was large, the Congress party was the largest party in the country or in the Lok Sabha. It did not have a clear majority and therefore it decided to sit in the opposition. The National Front, which itself was an alliance of Janata Dal and other regional parties, received support from the two democratically opposite political groups, the BJP and the Left Front, and on that basis, the National Front made its government, and that was the coalition government. And children, after that, this trend became very common in our country. On this basis, the National Front formed a coalition government, but the BJP and the Left Front did not join in this government. The decline of the Congress party. How such a major party declined? The defeat of the Congress party marked the end of the Congress dominance. The Congress dominance was come to an end over the Indian party system. To remember the discussion in the previous chapter, what was related with the restoration of the Congress system. Way back in the late 60s, what happened then? The dominance of the Congress party was challenged, but the Congress under the leadership of Indira Gandhi managed to regain it, managed to re-establish its predominant position in the politics, in the Indian politics. The 90s saw yet another challenge. 90s also saw the challenge to this party, but it was a different one. It was also a challenge to the predominant position of the Congress party. It did not mean that the emergence of any other single party to fill its space. There was a challenge, but there was no other party, so large party. Thus, it began an era of a multi-party system. We have recently discussed that the Janata Dal formed its government. What was the National Front? And joined by the other political parties. To be sure, a large number of political parties always contested elections in our country. Our parliament always had representatives from several political parties. It had been, it had always been that large number of political parties have always contested elections. What happened after 1989 was the emergence of several parties in such a way that one or two parties did not get most of the votes or seats. Means there was no clear majority at that time. No single party could be winning the elections with majority. So this era, this period, saw the emergence of many political parties. This also means that no single party secured a clear majority of seats in any Lok Sabha elections held since 1989 till 2014. It happened in 2014 when the BJP won the elections with clear majority. Though it was an alliance, NDA itself is an alliance of the BJP party. But BJP alone won that election with majority. This development initiated an era of coalition governments at the center in which the regional parties played a crucial role in forming the governments, in forming the ruling alliances. The smaller parties got importance at that time. The major parties, the larger parties had to collaborate with the smaller parties. The next trend, what is the alliance politics? The 90s also saw the emergence of powerful parties and movements that represented the Dalits and the backward castes, other backward classes or OBCs. Many of these parties represented powerful regional assertion as well. The parties played an important role in the United Front government that came to power in 1996, UPA, what we know as the United Front government that came to power in 1996. In that government, those parties, those regional parties or smaller parties played very important role. The United Front was similar to the National Front of 1989, for it included the the Janata Dal and several regional parties. The United Front government was supported by the Congress. The United and when the United Front government was supported by the Congress party, this shows that how unstable the political equations were. In 1989, both the left and the BJP supported the National Front government because they wanted to keep the Congress out of the power. The left and the BJP both wanted to keep the Congress party away from the political system. Political system, we should not say it a political system, but from forming the government from power. In 1996, the left continued to support the non-Congress governments, but this time the Congress supported it, as both the Congress and the left wanted to keep the BJP out of the power. Both the parties were having the same intentions. Congress wanted to keep BJP away from power or out of power. The same, the BJP also wanted to keep the Congress away from power. They did not succeed for long as the BJP continued to consolidate its position in the elections of 1991 and 1996. It emerged as the largest party in 1996 elections and was invited to form the government, but this was the time when the BJP continued to be consolidating, to be gaining strength in position of the election, in position in the elections of 1991 and 1996. It emerged as the largest party in the 1996 elections and was invited to form the government, but most other parties were opposed to its policies, and therefore the BJP government could not secure a majority in the Lok Sabha. Though the BJP emerged as the largest party, as a big party, but it could not secure much votes or majority in the Lok Sabha and could not form the government. It finally came to power by leading a coalition government from May 1998 to June 1999 and was re-elected in October 1999. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister during both these governments. Both these NDA governments and His government formed in 1999 completed its full term. It is quite clear that the elections were re-held in 1999, June 1999, sorry, in October 1999, means the government what was elected or what was formed in 1998 could not be completing its full tenure, but the government what was re-elected or BJP was re-elected in 1999, that also could not be completing its full term. Thus, with the elections of 1989, a long phase of coalition politics began in India. Since then, there have been 11 governments at the center, all of which have either been coalition government or minority government supported by other parties. Since 1989, there have been 11 governments what have ruled the country. None of the government was made by the party what elected or what won the elections with majority. Either they were the coalition governments or they were the minority governments what were supported by other parties which did not join the government in this new phase. And children, what happens in such situations? Political instabilities remain. There is political instability at such a time when the parties what did not secure the majority in the elections are forming the government. In this new phase, any government could be formed only with the participation or support of many regional parties. This applied to the National Front in 1989, the United Front in 1996 and 1997, and the NDA in 1997. The BJP-led coalition in 1998, the NDA in 1999, the UPA in 2004 and 2009. However, this trend changed in 2014. How? The BJP won that elections with majority. Let's connect this development with what we have learned so far. The era of the coalition governments may be seen as a long-term trend resulting from relatively silent changes that were taking place in the Indian politics or that were taking place over the last few decades. We saw in the chapter 2 that in the earlier times it was the Congress party itself that was a coalition of different interests and different social strata and groups. This gave rise to the term Congress system. In your book, the coalition governments since 1989 is given. We shall discuss that later. But we are talking of the phase. What was the new phase in the Indian politics? And we were reconnecting about the politics, what we have learned so far. We also saw in chapter 5 what was about the restoration of the Congress system, especially since the late 1960s. Various sections had been leaving the Congress fold and forming separate political parties of their own. Whosoever had joined the Congress party earlier, they formed the other parties because they were having differences, ideologically different principles, related differences, and because of that, various sections that had been very consolidating part of the Congress party, they had been leaving the Congress and forming other parties, separate political parties of their own. We have also noted that the rise of many regional parties in the period after 1977. While these developments weakened the Congress party, they did not enable any single party to replace the Congress. Though there were many parties, but that could not replace the Congress party. There was no such a big party or large party. What could be securing so many seats? And children, there is one more thing, the political rise of the backward classes. We have discussed about the Mandal Commission and its recommendations and its implementation also. When it was implemented, the role of the backward classes also rose in the Indian politics. One long-term development of this period was the rise of the other backward class or other backward classes as a political force. We have already come across this term OBC. OBC means other backward classes. This refers to the administrative category other backward classes. These are communities other than the SCs and STs who suffered from educational and social backwardness. Those groups are socially and educationally backward groups that have suffered from educational and social backwardness. We have already noted that in chapter 6 that the support for the Congress party among many sections of backward castes had declined. This created a space for non-Congress parties that drew more support from these communities. And you can recall that the rise of these parties first found political expression at the national level in the form of the Janata Party or in the form of the Janata Party government in 1977. Many of the constituents of Janata Party like the Bharatiya Kranti Dal, Samyukt Socialist Party had a powerful rural base among some sections of the OBCs. So children, what we have seen, the era of the coalitions, the parties, what form the government, that was on the basis of the alliances or the coalitions. It was the period what saw the trend when no single party could be winning with majority. This was the period when both the major parties of our country, the BJP and the Congress, wanted to keep each other away from power. The alliances, what they formed or they joined, that was only for that purpose, that they wanted to keep each other away from power. And at this time, the trend was such also that many regional parties, many smaller parties got importance. This period saw emergence of many regional parties, many smaller parties. And after 1989, there have been 11 governments till 2014. The government changed so frequently because of that political instability, because of the absence of the majority party, and the political rise of the other backward classes like the Mandal implements and the Mandal Commission's recommendations were implemented and so on. What was the Mandal Commission? What was the political fallouts? We shall proceed in the next class. I think that is through Zoom meeting. By the time, I would like to wish you a good day. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe. May God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much.